Hey guys, just a little bit more information about our Sunday special this week. So our Key Brick session down at Eastern Beach in Geelong. So there's going to be more information coming about the specifics of swim, bike, run and what that's going to entail. And obviously we'll still do a briefing on Sunday morning down on location as well. But this is just a bit of a background, the purpose, the format, a few logistical things for us to consider as well. So we're obviously going to do swim, bike, run. We're going to do it on the Geelong or part of the Geelong 70.3 course. The idea is for us to spend sort of around 4 hours training that morning, obviously in the form of a triathlon. Similar to our Macedon handicap, we're not going to do it as a full race setup. But there are elements of the day where we're really trying to simulate race day and the demands of that. And it's about experiencing that and learning from it and taking some key learnings into the final 4 weeks of prep for Geelong and beyond that for other guys as well. So it's 4 hours of training, swim, bike, run, and there's going to be a lot of race feel in for most people who are attending. So we're working on our pacing and what race pace feels like or race intensity feels like. And obviously it's also an opportunity to practice our nutrition and hydration, both pre, during and post session. Added benefit is that we're doing it on the course. So there's little things like packing the car, how long does the drive take, all this sort of thing that we haven't done in a while because we haven't been racing. So the format will be around 40 minutes of swimming. So we're meeting at 6:30 at Eastern Beach, and we're going to park, basically right at Eastern Beach and the Ferris wheel there. At that time of morning, we shouldn't have any issues getting a park. Now, if it is limited park time, what we will do is we'll move our cars after the swim rather than before the swim, and then do the swim and bike from a different location. We'll go park where there's somewhere where there's all day free parking. 40 minutes of swimming, depending on the conditions and whether it's busy with boats and so on. We've got the option to actually swim in the bay, or there's an enclosed swimming area where we can do sort of 300 metre laps. So we might use that sort of swimming enclosure. We'll confirm that on the morning. So allowing 40 minutes. So we want to meet at 6:30, get into our wetsuits, get organised, quick briefing, and actually be in the water at 6:45. And we're allowing 40 to 45 minutes of swim time. Now, obviously, there'll be different session designs and structures. Some are going to swim, well over 2 kilometres in that time. Others will, maybe just get to the 1.9. Others will be under that, and that's fine. It's about the time that we're in the water. And then we're going to do soft transition. So we're out in the water around 7:30, allowing 10 to 15 minutes just to keep it tidy and succinct. And then we're doing 2.5 hours worth of riding. Again, some guys will just ride for 2.5 hours, but the majority, especially those racing, will be doing some, race-like intervals and doing a lot of work just below, just at, and just above race intensity. And obviously that's very personal and specific to the individual. Now we're going to basically ride the first part of the course, but we're going to ride out on Port Arlington Road. So we'll leave Eastern Beach, we'll go up the hill unless we've moved our cars, go up that hill through the gardens, and then out onto the main road, and basically keep riding. We can ride, it's called Port Arlington Road, we can keep riding, and then you sort of veer to the left and actually just follow the signs to Port Arlington. And that's about 32 Ks. So you can sort of do out and back there, or some of you may know, if you carry along around sort of following the coastline, you can sort of do a loop back through St Leonard's and then start coming back towards Geelong. Now, again, in 2.5 hours, different people are going to get different distances. So it's going to be sort of a personal preference there. But the idea is we're all on the same stretch of road. Even if you sort of go out and back a couple of times, if that's your preference, or if you go and follow the loop, or you get out there, do a couple of loops and then come back, we're all going to be, somewhere in the same vicinity. But be self-sufficient, have everything you need, have spares, have your phone, have all of your nutrition and hydration. Obviously follow all the road rules, be careful. And if you do end up riding near other people, keep your legal distance, keep it safe, but also keep it realistic. One of the reasons we've kept it to time is so, again, we're all getting back roughly the same time. So we're all sort of starting and finishing each leg at the same time and having that soft transition of 10 to 15 minutes. So we'll get off the bike, same deal, and then the running is probably where there's the biggest lot of variation, but anywhere from probably 30 to 60 minutes on average of running, and for the majority there will be some race type efforts in there too, but it's just dialing in race intensity, for intervals, and that's where we really get specific with regards to how you might want to approach the race come race day. So again, 30 to 60 minutes, people are going to be finishing, sort of within that 30-minute window of one another, and then we can hang out, another dip in the water, get some food, and the day is done and the debriefs start. So 40 minutes of swimming, 2.5 hours of riding, 30 to 60 minutes of running, 15 minutes in between. We're going to see each other out there, which is the benefit of doing it in a group. As I said, the specifics of those sessions, and there'll be sort of 2 to 3 options. One being basically a purely endurance day for those that they're going to get benefit from just simply being out there for 4 hours. But for the vast majority, there's going to be intervals in and around race intensity. So specifics are coming. As I said, covered off parking. We're going to park at Eastern Beach from 6:30, get ready there. If we think we need to move our cars, because obviously we're going to be there for a long period of time, we'll do that after the swim, do it all together, and try and find a place where we can all sort of park relatively close and then start the bike and into the run. Talked about the route. Swim will be in the bay or in the swimming enclosure. Ride is out towards Port Arlington. Option to just do out and backs or do loops around Port Arlington, St Leonards. So have a look at that, have a look at the course, have a look at the Geelong 70.3 course, but also have a look at simply, just a normal map, Google Maps, so you get a bit of an understanding about what I'm talking about. And then the running will just be down along the Esplanade, again, out and back. In the morning, we'll just pick a direction that we want to run in, and we go out and back along there, along that stretch. So that's it for now. Stay tuned for the specifics on the session. If they don't come out beforehand, obviously it'll be very clear by the time we get there Sunday morning. And for the one-to-one guys, we'll put it into Training Peaks as well. So that's an overview of what's going on this Sunday. If you've got any questions or anything I've said doesn't make sense, either ask me privately or ask me in the group or the Facebook event, so we can sort of get most of the questions out of the way before we get there. That probably goes if you're doing it solo, either interstate or locally for whatever reason. If there's anything that I've said that doesn't make sense or you want to clarify something, then ask away. If not, enjoy, and for the guys coming Sunday, I'll see you there. Cheers.